Oh, yeah. I'm back. And I got the whole week off. No idea. No clue how excited I am about that. Let's see. And let's do this. Let's see. Entertainment. I guess I'm gonna have to change my channel to entertainment. It's all about the drama, man. It's all about the drama. Alright, hold on. I think I just saw... Okay. That was probably the bot Ricks or whatever the fuck that is. I hate to... You know what the thing that drives me nuts? The tags. Tags drive me nuts. I hate doing it. I hate doing it. I don't know why. Alright. Let's see. Let's pause that. Oh. What's going on there? Did it just kick me? What the fuck, man? Why are you doing that? God damn it. Fucking Twitch. Did this yesterday. What the hell, man? Okay, those are all... What the f... Let's try it again. This time we'll try to do it without kick. You know, it's funny. I'm guessing if you... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. It seems like anytime I try to live stream with Twitch and kick, I get kicked off. But if I only do one of them, it stays. What kind of fucked up shit is that? What bullshit is that? See? It's still on. I have the internet speed, so... I don't know. I don't know, man. Also, I didn't know my background here wasn't doing very well. But it's probably because I had a... It was dark yesterday. Okay, it's still there, so that's good. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Or... Okay, let's just go with 5. Ooh. Oh. 5 minutes. Okay. Sweet. I heard I swear to God, as soon as I got off yesterday, I started seeing all this new stuff pop up. I started laughing. I was like, Jesus Christ, now I just want to go back. I want to go back and start telling everything. Oh, man. So, okay, let me go to the bathroom and then get to this. Okay. Okay. So Blake Lively, I didn't even know what the new stuff is. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and New York Times secret meeting to bury Justin Baldoni. That's right. I heard there was a secret meeting between the New York Times and Blake Lively, which would not surprise me. I mean, come on. It's Hollywood, man. Oh, there we go.
About this fight between these two.
What they did was they worked with the New York Times. Her publicist worked
Bro, that is so...
directly with the New York Times. They shared illegally obtained text messages. They shared those together. They concocted a complaint that they filed with the Civil Rights Division. They omitted texts that would have provided context.
Because of this comment, I now have...
Dude, that is crazy. I hope he's suing both of them, because they should get in big trouble too. We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine. Yeah, it's pretty worrying that that you got the top head honchos of Hollywood meeting up with the New York Times to smear someone. And it's pretty pathetic when they talk about the sexual abuse allegations and they're still sticking to it. It's like, what are you talking about? It's just another, don't believe a woman and blah, 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 blah.
Extremely compelling evidence that Blake Lively actually gave New York Times her complaint before she filed it with the Civil Rights Department. Comment says, this is great research. I don't suppose anyone has checked the metadata on the images and they gave New York Times her complaint before she filed it with the Civil Rights Department. Comment says, this is great research. I don't suppose anyone has checked the metadata on the images in the New York Times article. Beautiful genius. But it wasn't the metadata where I found the date. It's the fact that New York Times labels their hosted images with dates. And this image, if you follow the images linked in the New York Times article, each image is hosted with its own link. We zoom in right here, you can see that says December 16th, 2024, which means that unless New York Times mislabeled the date,
Oh, wow.
for the New York Times had Blake Lively's complaint for at least 5 days before they published the article. And it's not just this one. All of the graphics that they used are hosted like that. This one is dated December 20th, December 20th, December 18th, and then this one is from the 21st. There's no date attached inside the actual metadata, or maybe I'm just not technically advanced enough to be able to find that. Does any of this matter? Well, because Blake Lively's team are trying to say that Justin Baldoni's team are the first people that leaked this information to the press. And yet somehow on the 16th of December, they're able to make the headline image. We already knew because of the timeline, New York Times essentially had to have it in advance. Now I feel like we just know a little bit better about when they definitely had it by. I think this is proof that they had it at least before the 16th of December because they did have to develop this graphic. And by the way, it's really important who gave it to the media first, not who published it first, because the actual rule of professional conduct, Rule 3.6, which Blake Lively's team is trying to say that Justin Baldoni's team violated, the part where it talks about when you can defend yourself, a lawyer can make a statement to protect their client if a publicity...
If someone comes out or there's something out there, yeah, to defend your... Yeah, like a magazine like New York Times comes out and says something about it or whatever. So it's easy to... Yeah, so she went to the New York Times and said, here you go, and yeah.
Not
wow.
initiated by the lawyer or the lawyer's client. Not initiated. And I think
Lawyer,
initiated is
yeah.
the important word. It doesn't say published, it says initiated. And if the New York Times started making graphics for their articles by the 16th of December, I think it is very clear who initiated the release to the media. I mean, it was clear before this,
Yep.
but now we at least have a date.
The New York Times apparently
Wild.
reviewed 1,000 or more pages of text messages. They would have seen it. Justin never wanted to hurt her, never wanted to be negative to her. And it's all over the place. There are text messages that refute every single thing in that in that complaint. And it's just disgusting when you go after someone, you try to destroy their life.
Have you ever wondered what
Not only that, but like if New York Times saw all the text messages and was like, yeah, we're gonna go with that, even knowing he's a saint, we're gonna help you out because you're on top of Hollywood. Like, How do you not understand you are the problem if you knew all that? How do you not get that? Wild.
Really goes on behind the scenes when Hollywood drama suddenly explodes across every headline, rumors swirl, news outlets publish pieces seemingly overnight, and shocking accusations surface, only for internet sleuths to discover strange inconsistencies that turn everything upside down. Today, we're diving into a tangled web of allegations involving actor and director
And it just
Justin
goes to show
Baldoni,
you,
actress Blake
just goes to show you that these people are just complete narcissists. And I mean, half the shit they say to the public, I don't believe any of that bullshit. Well, I was trying to look for, maybe I'll go to Candace. Candace was doing a, I'm gonna go with her. Oh, shit. Okay.
This pertains to
I thought I saw the New York Times, like someone caught an image. Maybe someone was just using an image to make it look like she was meeting up with the New York Times on a balcony, but I thought I saw an image. Maybe not.
data. You guys would describe this as metadata. I would describe it as metadata. I am hearing from my director, who's like super techie, that technically this is URL data. Doesn't matter. Let's just talk about what it is. Think of data in general as digital footprints, okay? So like you can't like run from the scene of an online crime, because people can just trace your metadata and see where this started, okay? So in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, he accuses Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of colluding with the New York Times. And I think explicitly it says for months, that they were plotting with the New York Times for months.
Yeah, see, she's describing everything better. This is why I love her.
To smear him.
Because I'm an idiot.
There may be some important evidence regarding that accusation, because you have to remember that Blake Lively filed her civil rights complaint. This was the huge explosion. She filed a civil rights complaint in Los Angeles on December 20th. And then within 24 hours, the New York Times had the scoop. They published the complaint in its entirety, and it definitely looked suspicious, okay? But before December 20th, before December 21st, when the New York Times then reported on it, absolutely no one in the media thought Justin Baldoni was behind a smear campaign against her. This was like a very shocking filing. That came before Christmas. We're all like, whoa, 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 what's going on? And suddenly she's accusing him of sexual harassment, and she's saying that he then orchestrated, along with his PR people, this huge campaign against her, essentially saying that everything was inorganic. People hating her. It wasn't possible that anybody
it was all his fault.
Her personality or her hair products, because she's just so amazing. And we were like, wow. And some people, and by some I mean everyone, really, except for me, I was the only person in the entire world. Maybe there's a couple other people. But they believed her narrative instantly because the allegations were so strong.
People are so
and
stupid.
I just kind of held fire because I don't trust the New York Times to save my life. Well, guess what? Yesterday I got an email from someone, another anonymous person, and they say, hey, Candace, you should check out the metadata from the New York Times big publication about Justin Baldoni, because they didn't think about this. But if you go into that article and you click the images in the article about Justin Baldoni's smear campaign, it shows you that they began creating the images and pulling the images for that article on December 16th. Look at this. I'm showing you this right now. You can do this yourselves at home. You don't have to be tech savvy. I certainly am not. If you right-click your mouse on the lead image, that is a original artwork from the New York Times, an artist who I'm going to tell you about, Najib.
How did they not learn their lesson from metadata from Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? That was like one of the big things in that whole lawsuit was metadata. Yeah, here we are again. I swear they just get so sloppy. They're so into their fake bullshit that, and how famous they're, and how popular the article is going to get. They forget to cover their tracks.
Al Gadban is her name. She doesn't even work at the New York Times, but I guess she apparently is still doing some work for them. And she used to work there. It shows you, if you look at that URL, look at the date on that. 12/16/2024, the New
Oh,
York
yeah.
Times saved this image, this original art image, as Lively Topper. So they were working on this article 4 days before. This is what it looks like, okay? 4 days before they published the piece. Let me show you another one. You can pull
So,
another.
wait a second. So, is it normal to be working on it for like a week before it gets published? Or...
Image from this.
See, I'm confused because I know when people do articles, they're working on it for a while. I'm not like trying to be on her side because I think she's a psycho, just along with Ryan. But I'm trying to, play the devil advocate, I guess. I don't know. But I thought they work on them for a while before they publish it.
Because they were saving these files and did not think about their digital footprints. You can see they even named this file, multimedia file, that was named on 12/18. That is 2 days before Blake Lively filed her complaint. And they named it
Oh.
Smear Baldoni. Now that is to me the
Okay.
biggest clue right there, the title of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, now it makes sense.
Because I was playing devil's advocate. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they saved this image and they
Thank you.
happened to, they were already working on a piece about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni on 12/18, and they really just got so lucky that as they were working on this piece, she filed a complaint 2 days later. Obviously, that's
yeah.
pretty unbelievable as
Or
it
that.
is. But I was like, I got to play devil's advocate before I jump into a conspiracy. But no. You named it Smear Baldoni. Do you guys remember what the article was actually entitled?
Oh my God, these people are dumb. You cannot get any dumber.
That they actually released on 12/21. I'm showing you, we can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine. So you can see that image, which is original artwork. So that's not something that they pulled from the web. It's something that they asked someone to make for them. And it's pieces. All of these little pieces were...
And the funny part is that this is literally them smearing him, and it's going to completely backfire. Little did she know she was making an article for them.
pulled in, including the alleged emails and messages. Those are the little triangles that
Crazy.
you have there that are from the PR campaign. So they were
Karma.
already working on this explosive piece, because otherwise, why on earth did they name it Smear in their files? We have one more image to show you of how you can look at this yourself. You can literally do this yourself just by right-clicking and creating a new tab. This is how the New York Times was saving these images. And I think we have one more that actually you can just see how they titled it. You see Smear Baldoni, Super Jumbo. This is their JPEG image. The New York Times is going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to have, let's put it this way, a lot of explaining to do. A lot of...
Oh, yeah.
How did you create this file and these images for this article?
Before she did the complaint, yeah.
On the 16th, regarding something that Blake Lively had not filed in court. What piece were you working on regarding Justin Baldoni smearing?
Yeah.
No one had accused him of that on the 16th or the 18th. No filing had been made by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, or Blake Lively rather, at that time.
Yeah, I was going to say,
what
that
was
doesn't
your
make any
insight?
sense.
Well, if you're in the New York Times, you're going to say I don't have to divulge that to you because there's this thing called the First Amendment. And I'm going to say that we are taking journalistic privilege. Okay, sure. Do you know who's not going to get journalistic privilege? The graphic designer who made that topper. Because that person is not a journalist, okay?
Her again? Wasn't she involved in another one before? I swear she was. Maybe not. I don't... Her face looks super familiar.
The entire purpose of
Wait,
having...
was she the girl that was talking to Joe Rogan? I have to find out. Let's see. What's her name again? Blake Lively. Who wrote the New York Times article? Megan Towie. Megan Towie. Megan Twowie. Sorry. Sounds like a child trying to say a name. Megan Twowie. We can bury anyone inside. Well, let's look at the metadata. Where do we go again? Inspect. Yep. I know that. I know these things. Just to make sure, you know, to figure the... Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do it.
Your insight.
I gotta... God damn it, Candace.
A lot of trouble. They're gonna have...
Sources. Okay. Network. Sources. 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 Sources right here. Boom. Oh, wait. You're not seeing this, are you? Oh, yes, you are. Motherfuckers. Alright, did she rename it? Please tell me she renamed it. That would be hilarious. Or can you? No, you can't, can you? It's already there. It's done. Done and over with. It's there on the, website forever. Oh. Lively Topper. Chunks. Okay. Preload helper. Blah, blah, blah. Nodes. Big PF. Okay. That's what she said. Now, where do I go? You're lying to me, Candace. You're fucking lying to me, dude.
See how they titled it. You see, New York Times is going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to have, let's put it this way, a lot of explaining
Hey,
to
you
do.
fucker.
You can just see how they titled it. You see, Smear Baldoni.
Sources. Yeah, it's not working the same. I'm using a different browser. That's why. Breakpoint? Was that? Oh my god, dude. It's just... Okay, deep... Okay, well, I tried. I mean, it's there. I mean, it has to be. But, whatever. Okay, what's her name? Megan, oh yeah, Megan Twowie. I swear I've seen her before. Joe Rogan? Was that her? No. Oh, was it her? Social movement reaction to Joe Rogan experience and making sense of Me Too with stand-up comedian. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Goddamn, dude. Rogan. And Twowie, New York Times, maybe? Was that her?
This isn't the Babylon Bee. This is an actual New York Times.
The Constitution and the fact that it prevents it from doing things that it just wants to do.
Yeah.
And
Holy Christ, I'm batting 0 for 3 here. Jesus. Okay, I guess it wasn't her. Because it's not going up, so. Alright, whatever. Moving on.
Regarding Justin Baldoni smearing, no one had accused him of that on the 16th or the 18th. No filing had been made by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, or Blake Lively rather, at that time. How did you, what was your insight? Well, if you're in the New York Times, you're going to say, I don't have to divulge that to you because there's this thing called the First Amendment. And I'm going to say that we are taking journalistic privilege. Okay, sure.
Okay.
You know who's
Well, what about the evidence there?
not going to get journalistic privilege? The graphic designer who made that topper.
Yeah.
Because that person is not a journalist, okay? The entire purpose of having journalistic privilege, where you can say, I'm not going to answer the question, is to protect a source. The idea is the media is supposed to be the fourth estate. They're supposed to be with us, protecting us against power, like the A-list power of these couples who can make a phone call to the New York Times and take someone down.
Kind of like Amber Heard.
They can steal their movie, allegedly, right? So that's why that's the entire idea behind being able to claim journalistic privilege. But in this case, they're not going to ask for a source. They're not going to ask a graphic designer on the stand, because that's the first thing I would do. If you're watching Brian Friedman, you got to get this graphic designer on the stand. You ask one question. When did you create this image? That's it. This image has text messages. It's got these emails. Blake Lively, the victim, had not yet filed yet in California. So graphic designer, I don't care about who your source is. I just want to know when you did your job. When did you make this artistic image? And can you explain why the URL data points to the fact that this was saved under this title on the 16th and on the 18th?
And it's crazy to me that people still believe celebrities after all this, after Amber Heard completely lied to people, after Blake Lively has completely lied to people, after Ryan Reynolds has completely lied to people. Like, how many more fucking celebrities do you know? I mean, Brett Weinstein completely lied to people. Jeffrey Epstein was a complete liar. I mean, who else? Why are you still following these people? What is wrong with you?
That's a problem, my friends, and I cannot believe it. And I am telling you,
What's up, dude?
This case to me, I have not seen a case so open and shut in my life. And the more that I read and the more details that I get into, because I've been working on my timeline, I'm just shocked at how many lies were told, okay? Now, here's another thing that I missed yesterday.
I gotta eat the rest of this. It's just sitting there. I gotta eat it, just so you know. There's only a little bit left. Rice, sweet and sour chicken, carrots, peppers, chicken. Oh, man. Onions.
Okay, we got to review this rooftop scene. I told you I made my team watch it. I have only watched the rooftop scene of this entire movie.
I don't want to see
and
that
I wasn't,
movie.
compelled to watch it any further. But Blake Lively, it appears to me, completely lied about
Rice. Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
critical scene in which she involved Taylor Swift.
I don't know the brand,
and
though.
Ryan Reynolds, her dragon. She's Khaleesi because she really wanted her vision to be included in this. Okay, so let me bring up my timeline here that I've created, like a psychopath. Okay. Of 2023. This is the part of the timeline here, and I
Damn,
want you
she's
to look
good.
at April 5th, 2023. Blake Lively texts. Well, that's actually about the intimacy coordinator. I'll actually go down to April 11th. Around
Okay.
this date, and I couldn't pinpoint, it could have been the
That's hilarious. I've never even heard of it, to be honest with you, until this all happened. April 14th, Game of Thrones text about Ryan, Taylor Swift being the dragons. Yeah, okay. Ryan's a little bitch. Blake Lively are intentionally photographed in public together to generate headlines about her happiness post. Joe Alwyn? Who? Taylor Swift, Ryan Reynolds, and Blake Lively are intentionally photographed in public together to generate headlines about her happiness post. Is that Taylor Swift's breakup? Who's that? Ryan unfollows Joe Alwyn on Instagram, which generates more headlines. I don't know who that is. Who's Joe Alwyn? Alwyn. Oh, really?
The 11th, the 12th, Blake Lively
That's funny.
submits to Justin Baldoni a rewrite of that iconic rooftop scene of the film. And essentially, he says to her, like, hey, this is amazing, and I love that you're so passionate about this, but, we're not going to use all of this. Some of this is good. We're not going to use the rest. So she then invites him in this time frame to her penthouse where he gets ambushed by Ryan Reynolds and Taylor.
Hold on a second. Sorry. What's his name? Blake? Or not Blake. Jesus Christ. I remember when I thought Blake Lively was a dude. You remember that? Oh. Oh, this guy. Who is he? Also worked with songwriter Taylor Swift. Oh. Okay. Oh, they were together for 6 years. Wow. I didn't know. Okay.
Passionate about this, but you know, we're not going to use all of
I
this.
don't know
and
this
is
stuff.
We're not going to use the rest. So she then invites him, and in this time.
Hey, give me a break. I'm new to the drama. Okay.
Frame to her penthouse where he gets ambushed by Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, peer pressuring him by telling him how much they just love and adore Blake's rewrite. You remember this part of the story, right? As that's the big T Swift element. Oh, we just love it. She's amazing. She's so talented. And he gets back to her and says via text, like, hey, you really didn't have to bring your A-list friends. I liked what you did. There was no reason, you know, to include them. And she kind of meets him with silence and then writes this long message to him, an incredibly long message that I'm not going to read in its entirety here, about how his response didn't make her feel good, right? And he's trying to tell her, like, I think you're great. And I didn't need your A-lister friends. And she's saying, listen, like, in the past, I haven't been treated, I'm paraphrasing here, the best by people taking my work seriously. We're in this together.
That's right.
We can make this great. I have no motives except for you to win as a director. Let's go to the next page of this message. She says, as for Taylor and Ryan, I'm the luckiest mother effer on the planet to have them as my dance mom level stage moms. They are embarrassingly effusive. That said, they are also my most trusted partners and the people that I go to first with anything creative that I touch. And I'm...
someone made a good point that since the beginning, Blake Lively could have been, Jesus Christ, what's the word I'm looking for? Manipulating him since the very beginning. Trying to get him to, like, you know, breast pumping, hey, come into my, you know, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, like setting him up and manipulating him to eventually take his movie away from him. Which I found, I was like, oh, maybe. I mean, they're crazy enough.
Hopefully it's not been the experience.
What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. I'll get back to it.
Writers and storytellers outside of their primary vision, or even just that you don't like the pages, which was probably a blend, but that you appreciate my passion so much, which are fulfilling gifts. When they loved and signed off on the pages, I felt good to send them to.
Okay,
so this is
there we
like
go.
when he just starts feeling like he's basically being ganged up here. Then she says, they asked what you thought specifically after. They checked in so many times. I told them that you laughed a bunch and said that it's probably a blend, but that you appreciate my passion so much, which of course didn't feel great to me, right? To have my passion praised instead of any specific contribution, or even just that you don't like the pages, which was fine also. Next, this last part of the message, she's essentially saying to him, so I think they wanted you and me to see how they felt about the work because they've been by my side for far too many experiences where I've been overlooked. I spoke to you about this when we first met. They've watched me handwrite scripts because the directors are too afraid to send the FDX file, yet he scans. So she goes on and on about how she's been mistreated. And then that's how it culminates into that final message where she says, look, both Ryan and Tay, I'm assuming she said T here, have a step.
Let me guess, because she's a woman. Sounds like that's what she's kind of using, which is funny because her best friend is one of the biggest musicians ever in the history of ever, you know, and she's a woman. Just saying.
established themselves as absolute titans. Brian and Tay, I'm assuming she said T here, have established themselves as absolute titans, as writers and storytellers outside of their primary gig, just singing or just acting or blank just directing. I'm so lucky to have them as creative barometers. And then she ends it with the notorious Khaleesi. If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons, for better or worse.
Yeah. How can you sit there and make it seem like, oh, people treat me, different or don't take me seriously because I'm a woman, but at the same time, I am so big in Hollywood and I have dragons on my side that I can do whatever I want. I can take over whatever I want, It's like, well, which one is it?
But usually
Jesus.
for better, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise you. Now that message was so long that I chose to paraphrase it because it would have taken me 10 minutes to read it in its entirety, longer, maybe even 15 minutes to read it in its entirety. And so Justin Baldoni opted, because men don't write novels via text, they just don't, to send her a voice note back. And it's important, I'm telling you that, because he has now leaked, or someone on his team has leaked this voicemail. And we're going to listen to it because it really helps you understand how much he fell over himself to grovel and apologize. And essentially, he felt he had no option and moved to include her new rewrite, emphasis on her new rewrite of the scene, in order to, I guess, kowtow to these A-listers. Like, it's Taylor Swift. He feels there's an implicit threat here. Like, this is a dragon that can kill you. So be very careful. Here's my pet dragon. It's very scary. And here is part of that leaked audio as of yesterday. Take a listen to Justin Baldoni. Groveling is the only way to describe it to Blake Lively.
I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank. And I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like a threat. Exactly. They go, so what their whole game is, if she doesn't get her way, it's, it's great that you loved my passion. How about just liking, my material because of how good it is or whatever, But then at the same time, I'm so powerful I can do this and this and this. It's like, shut the fuck up.
For sure.
Which one is it?
And you worked really hard on that. I'm really sorry.
Are you being held back or are you powerful?
That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I'm a
Yeah,
very
he kind of babbles
flawed
here.
man, as my wife will attest. Damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And
dude, this guy's got to smoke weed. I have never met any guy in my life that does a voice message and just goes on and on and on and on. It's like, holy fuck, bro.
we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together is unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that because it's really good and it's gonna make the movie sing like you said, and I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. Those heads that I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in and that you.
I swear, you get just a little piece of who he is behind all that stuff. I don't know. See, I can't figure him out whether he's just so grateful and happy and just really supportive, or a little bit of both, or like also being a director and knowing she might be a little trouble, so he's being overly nice to her. I mean, I think he's a good dude. He's just a a solid guy, but you know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean.
Experienced that as a woman, and I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be, or will be, and hopefully it's not been the experience with me. There's nothing more exciting to me, like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so there's been no hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file.
Just kidding.
I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already, like, I'm all over that draft right now. So I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that. And I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done cutting myself off. Good night.
It physically
Boy.
hurts me to listen to that audio. I can't explain.
I completely agree. Holy fuck. Okay.
It. It hurts me so bad. It's, I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way listening to it, but it's just
How can you be with a man like that?
being fully castrated by a woman who is using toxic feminism to get what she wants, right? And
Exactly.
she sends this message, and he just grovels. And to give him some credit here, like I said, I've gone through his Instagram. This is who Justin Baldoni actually is. He's not playing a part of being a male feminist. Like,
It's
this
just
is
so
a rare bird in Los Angeles who believes what they say, who's not just virtue signaling. He's worked really hard to get to this point where he just listens to women. He has not yet perceived that a woman might do something evil. He has not yet learned the lesson that nice guys can
Are you sure about that? Now he is.
sometimes finish last, right? And when I say finish last, I mean suddenly have an entire movie yanked out of their hands and have a male who's really a beta. I'm going to say a beta male is what Ryan Reynolds is.
Thank you.
But playing the part of an alpha by mocking him mercilessly on the internet. And I'm telling
He's a
you,
little
I have gone
bitch.
through everything looking for one petty like from Justin Baldoni. I can't find it. He literally just allowed them to walk all over him. And again, I think part of that
Yeah,
was because
he
he was
did.
terrified of Taylor Swift. He was terrified of Taylor Swift. You don't want to go up against Taylor Swift when you are a guy, okay? Because she can ruin you. She can literally ruin you. She has these fans who hang on every single word that
Yeah.
she sings. Blake knows
It's fucking weird. I don't get it, man. It's so fucking
that.
strange.
Ryan knows that, and now Justin Baldoni is just basically saying, I fold. But here's the crazy part of that entire thing. I didn't pick up on this yesterday. I did not pick up on this yesterday. That entire scene that we just watched, okay, of this is my writing and I've been treated bad and this is my rewrite. This is all about the rooftop scene. Fast forward to the day of the premiere of this movie on the red carpet, and shockingly, Blake Lively says Ryan Reynolds wrote the scene. Okay, so he gave her what she wanted.
Oh
included
my
her scene,
God.
shot the scene.
No
and then
wonder.
him and
No wonder why. I knew he's been in the background.
the producers found out on the day of the red carpet event on August 6th, a year later, in August 6th, 2024, that, haha, JK, Ryan was behind the entire scene. Take a listen to what
Of
Blake
course.
Lively
Of
tells
course.
E! News at this event.
Ryan's here tonight. What is it like for the both of you to be promoting major motion pictures at the same time?
Oh my gosh, it's just so thrilling in our house right now. We help each other, we work together so much. So the iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you know. But he wrote it. He works on everything I do. I work on everything he does. So his wins, his celebrations are mine, and mine are his. I mean, he's all over this film.
What a manipulative.
What do you mean he's all over that film? What are you Oh my God. How much money do you actually... I don't understand. Like, you think about how rich Ryan Reynolds and she is, and Blake Lively is. Think about how rich and powerful those two are. Think about how rich and powerful Taylor Swift is. Why? I'll even throw in Elon Musk. Like, why do you keep going? Like, why not just chill out, enjoy the rest of your life because you only have it once, Go do things. Go do stuff. Like, instead of just keep, oh, I need more, I need more, I need more. It's like, Jesus Christ, how much is enough? Like, damn.
Lying little twerp she is. I cannot stand her for this. You put Justin through all of that pain, which means also, what, Taylor Swift lied too? I'm asking a question here, but
Yeah, I don't like, not just I don't like her. You can tell behind everything. I just get that feeling that she's kind of a bitch, you know? Not like a complete horrible person, just like I don't know, a bitch, I guess. Not a horrible person though, but a bitch. Yeah. She comes off better than she actually is. We'll just say that. That's what it seems like.
they took him to the penthouse.
Especially for hanging out with them.
On him. This is the scene that
Like,
we want in the
shit.
movie. No, it's Blake Lively's work. It's amazing. It's amazing. Only for her to go, ha 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 ha. Nobody knows this, but Ryan wrote the whole scene. He wrote the entire, it's Ryan's work. Ryan, again, as I said, seems very obvious to me that Ryan is the hand behind everything.
Yes, he's
that
a
is happening
psycho.
Here, Justin Baldoni. He is playing a fake alpha when in fact he is a true beta. I mean, Ryan,
He's a bitch.
If he comes up against a real alpha, he can get his little butt whooped. I'm telling you that right now.
He
okay?
should.
I can see it.
Someone
Keep
should just
telling you
kick his
about the
ass.
Botox markers in his forehead. Okay. But I couldn't believe the audacity of that lie. That tells us who she is as a human being to be.
Yeah, and you see that, and you, like, since we know everything that has happened in the background, think about the number of celebrities that have done that before. Like, just said that in passing and laughed it off. And think about how many people are probably in the background or sitting at home watching that, just seething mad, knowing they'll never get the respect, or no one will ever find out that they had something to do with it, that it was all theirs. And this happens all the time in Hollywood. And that's another reason why I do not like celebrities. I don't like Hollywood. I don't like any of the, like, it's all fake. People get fucked over all the time just for what? A couple of people that pretend good. They're really good pretenders. Like, fucking yip-de-doo. Who cares? At least Taylor Swift actually can write songs and do music. I can understand that. But pretending to be someone, cool. Like, why is that so awesome?
That manipulative and that emotional about the hurt and the pain because people didn't take her seriously, only to discover that she didn't do the work. Ryan did the work. Ryan wrote the entire thing.
Damn.
Okay, and they allowed that. They allowed Justin to feel that. Makes me angry. Another thing that I missed yesterday, I was telling you my narrative here. Again, I'm speculating that Ryan got home and things were a little weird, okay? He was, in the beginning, they were in pre-production at the same time that her movie was in pre-production. He was in England. I went through his Instagram like a psycho and made sure through his posts that he was in England, and he was because he purchased the AFC team. What's the name of it, Skylar? I keep forgetting. Wrexham, yes. And so he was doing all of this filming with Wrexham. He was in pre-production, and that's actually why they shot Deadpool and Wolverine in England, in the UK, because it was close to what he was doing in Wrexham. So he was really kind of MIA in the first few months of the year while she's kind of getting closer to Justin Baldoni. And I told you that suddenly, like, the SAG-AFTRA strike happened, and obviously he's home. And she starts making these weird demands, despite the fact that she had declined the intimacy coordinator. But the thing that I missed, she keeps using the intimacy coordinator as a way to be like, I demand one, when she had refused one. But the thing that I missed was that it was the very same day that the SAG-AFTRA strike ended that Blake Lively sent that email which suspended their production because they had to deal with this crisis. So let's pull up this November timeline that I've created because I'm a psycho, okay? So I told you the July 19th, you see, is when Blake, now production has been shut down. Blake Lively then makes a request, which I think was very suspect, to see all the dailies.
Email that is extremely formal, sounding when weighed against the tone of her previous text against, Ryan Reynolds leaves a birthday post to Sandra Bullock and mentions, okay.
In
What?
the email, and the emails are so
The
formal
9th,
sounding when
on
weighed
the
against
same
the tone
day.
of her text messages. She's talking about like suppositories, joking with him, all of these jokes, but the email is extremely formal on July 19th, where she's like, allow me to see all the dailies, all the raw footage, okay? Then
Yeah, how did she not like figure? I thought this was obvious. The same day that Blake sent that letter of the another, like, what was it? The grievances. The same day that Ryan Reynolds sent the grievances, Ryan Reynolds went back to England, and Blake Lively couldn't return to screening because they had to deal with that. So while Ryan Reynolds was back in London, he's knowing that my wife is not recording with Justin Baldoni. Well, duh. I mean, he's crazy. How did you not? Of course he did.
July 26, 2023 birthday post where we see the first mention of Ryan Reynolds saying an intimacy coordinator. We fast forward to November 9th, the exact date that the SAG-AFTRA strike ends. This isn't significant because it means that both Ryan and Blake can now go back to work. That means bye-bye Ryan, back on a plane to the UK. And Blake, we got to start refilming again. Like, production's back up to running. We'll see you at work maybe tomorrow, November 10th. Well, no, it didn't happen because on November 9th, suddenly, you can pull that back up, they send out that email with the 17 points of demand, which say it's an ultimatum. She's not going to come back to film unless you agree to these 17 points. That signals to me that Ryan can then go return to England, which he did, to go film Wolverine, knowing safely that for these last months of filming, which he did, November, December into January, Blake Lively's not at work. She's not going to be with Justin Baldoni because you've just thrown down a gauntlet, and the production company is shocked because she's saying that she needs an intimacy coordinator, and they're like,
Of course, she's
you
a
had
psycho.
one. You refused one. We have an email chain with you and your lawyers in May where we talked about an intimacy coordinator. You missed the meeting. Justin went. What is this actually about? This is about that narrative that I think they instantly...
That should help in court, too. The fact that Justin Baldoni went to that intimacy coordinator and she didn't. And that was before they even filmed. So Blake Lively can't say, oh, I was scared of him. I didn't know what he would do. I didn't know he would lie, or some stupid shit that she would say. Nope. It's before you even started filming. So don't even put up with that bullshit. And the rest of the crew can say, that grievance that they sent, just, I don't know what the fuck that was all about. They were getting along. Like, they are so utterly fucked in this.
They started spinning. And I believe that they are going to be able to prove in court that this was almost a method of extortion, because they are accusing them of extortion, of trying to get this film wrangled out of Justin Baldoni's hands. And I think this was personal. Ryan Reynolds versus Justin Baldoni, all of the evidence points to that. Now I need to bring up Taylor Swift, okay? And I put a trigger warning on my Instagram. I know you guys are Taylor Swift stans, Gen Z people on TikTok. This is where I get into trouble with you because you don't understand how I don't understand how great she is. I am not saying she is not a remarkable talent. I'm not saying that her music is not catchy. I just don't like the style of a woman who was born the same year as me. We are the same age, you know, born...
What? And she still puts up like the
1989. We are 35 years old. You know, dropping Easter eggs, which I view, and I think in this circumstance, you might
she's
be able to
around
see
my
myself in
age.
this as a form of smearing people who can't defend themselves and wouldn't defend themselves because they're powerless against your fame. And your fans are very passionate, and you know they're passionate. So when you tell them that you're hurting, they just instantly take your style. Okay. So look at this. So I started looking at the Taylor Swift timeline because so much of what Ryan Reynolds did here with dropping Easter eggs was very much a Taylor Swift, like, I don't know, just it was her style. And let's pull up April again, okay? something significant that happened in April of 2023, because once he mentioned that Taylor Swift was out of the apartment, I'm like, oh wait, I remember this, because Taylor Swift was basically a ghost for 5 years while she was dating Joe Alwyn, and because he's English and English people are exceedingly private, she was kind of like living in London. Drop the bop, London Boy, love that song, okay? And then as soon as they broke up, she wanted to be seen. Like, we had never seen more of Taylor Swift and after Joe Alwyn and her broke up. And she kind of had these, what looked to me to be very coordinated pap shots that were taken of her and Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. And this is one of them leaving a restaurant. And then on the same day,
Dude. As much as I hate her, man, she looks amazing there. Wow. Blake. Probably because she looks like a totally different person.
Ryan Reynolds deleted or unfollowed Joe Alwyn as well as the Haim sisters and Gigi Hadid. Really mature stuff for a 48-year-old. I'll tell you why I'm telling you this. We go back into that time. Look at this. Go back to that one. Actually, that photo's amazing. It's like, I don't know. Now we got bad blood, right? It's like, I don't know. She wanted to be seen is the point, because we didn't see her for 5 years, and it was kind of sending this signal to the press of like, oh, now she's a free bird. Fine, I don't care. I get it. Back into the timeline, though. So they break up.
Oh.
And on April 10th, sorry, I went to go check this back, is when she arrives in New York City after her breakup with Joe Alwyn, and she stays for weeks. And that's when the whole thing goes down with her saying that this is what T thinks about everything. April 20th was a photo we just showed you where they're intentionally photographed in public together, which generates all these headlines about her post-Joe Alwyn breakup announcement. She's super happy. And so I'm looking at that and I'm going, was any of this guided by her? Like, because I'll tell you how I got there. The New York Times, now that we know that there's this data, which points to the fact that they were working on this for a while, and now that we know that Justin Baldoni's team, according to the lawsuit, believe that they were coordinating with them, I kept thinking the New York Times is very powerful. For them to take such a severe risk, right, working on a hit piece about Justin Baldoni, it's like, why would they do that? Right?
Because of Taylor Swift.
Risk that I do not think would have been afforded to who I view as B-list actors, right? Blake Lively to me is a B-list actor. Ryan Reynolds is well known, but he's not in the stratosphere of Taylor Swift and like the Kardashians and Kanye West and Oprah Winfrey. Like, that's like another stratosphere.
Yeah, true.
Those are the people who can pick up the phone. Like, Kris Jenner can pick up the phone, and if she wants to, get some articles that are written, okay? That's the stratosphere of power you have to be able to call Endeavor and say, you know, drop Justin Baldoni. You can't just be like, well, I've done 2 Deadpool films, okay? It's like, okay, I've done some rom-com. No one cares, okay? No one actually cares. So I just thought to myself, I've heard the rumors about what goes on behind the scenes and how powerful Taylor Swift is. Now, she may have just connected them and said, here you go. But that was the first clue for me that something was weird. Then, as we went through all of those Deadpool scenes, which read like a Taylor Swift album, like dropping all of these Easter eggs about someone, who are you talking about? Again, unbelievably embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing for a 35-year-old woman. You can dispute that. But even more so for a 48-year-old man, because that's how old Ryan Reynolds is. And it's like, 2 men should definitely not be doing that. At least Taylor Swift's market is young girls. Brian, what are you doing? Like, this is like really not okay.
Kind of weird.
And I forgot to mention to you that...
Well, it's, to be fair, it's the Hollywood life. People are different there. They're much more immature. Look, Hollywood is high school. Let's be honest. Hollywood is high school. It's like the world high school. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just like the regular students, and Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift and them are like the cheerleaders and football players, but not football players because Ryan's a bitch. So, you know what I mean.
They even did the thing. So something that Taylor Swift is known to do is like in the
she definitely
credits,
is.
I guess literally
100%.
The credits, the people that write her music, if she wants to hide their names, she gives them different names and includes it in their credits, which was what she did with Joe Alwyn. Right. I think her fans worked out which one Joe Alwyn was. I don't know what it was, but they did this. Blake Lively did this at the end.
I think she's super hot, but I don't think she's that hot. I don't think she's like someone to get psycho over. I don't think she's that hot. She's hot. I don't think she's that hot.
End of the credits for It Ends With Us, they left an Easter egg, okay? So here we go.
Game of
These are
Thrones.
the ends of the credits for It Ends With Us, and you'll see right there, it says Gordon Reynolds. They're thanking, a special thanks to Gordon Reynolds. She thanks Austin Swift, she thanks Taylor Swift, and she thanks Gordon Reynolds. And when you look up who Gordon Reynolds is,
Oh, whoops.
and I will now show you the end credits for Deadpool. It's Nice Pool. So on his own movie, you guys, on Justin Baldoni's own movie, Blake Lively thought it would be funny to include an Easter egg in the credits to let people know that the person who viciously mocked the director and the producer and the person who took this book from obscurity and turned it into a film, it'd be funny to mock him with an Easter egg. It's just unbelievable. I mean, it's
in his
hard
own
to keep
film.
up with all of the ways in which they just tried
That's
to
crazy.
humiliate him. So he was forced to watch his own movie. He probably doesn't even know this. I mean, I'm assuming Justin Baldoni is now watching my show to learn about his life. That's what's happening right now. Justin,
Who's had a lot of movies, Justin or Ryan?
you were literally didn't even know that in the credits of your movie, you are being mocked.
The only movies I can think of is Deadpool and Green Lantern. I know he's in more. Oh, that Wilder, or I don't remember. Yeah, I can only think of I really don't remember any other movies. Like, they're movies that were probably popular when they came out, but then everyone forgot about them.
You're being mocked. Nice Pool
Except for
is in the
Deadpool.
credits
That's
under
it.
Gordon Reynolds. And to be clear, again, that's a very Taylor Swift style thing to do. And then notoriously, and I think this is a bit out of the usual, Taylor Swift heavily promoted the movie Deadpool and Wolverine. And here's what she wrote on her Instagram. She wrote, "Over the past few years, I have watched one of my best friends on this planet pour every bit of his heart, soul, sweat, time, energy, jokes, pain, joy, rebellion, darkness, and magic into this film. He's created the best work of his life, and this film feels like an actual joy portal, a wild escape from reality, and an abs sandwich. I don't know how he did it, but that's just Hugh for you." So she's being funny. Obviously, she's talking about Ryan, but pretend she's talking about Hugh. These other randoms crashed the photo, and we were too polite to ask them to leave. This is very like Blake and Ryan type humor. Deadpool and Wolverine's out tomorrow. Here's where to buy tickets if you like things that are unspeakably awesome. Shout out to Wade Wilson, aka my God Kid's sperm donor. I don't get that reference, but you know, she's promoting the film, and she's got all the people in there that spent a lot of time mocking Justin Baldoni. And I just found her in, like, she was very involved in their lives at this time because she was coming out of a breakup.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Now that I know that, I don't ever want to watch it again. And I'm not even kidding. Not that because I want to be petty and, like, be on Justin Baldoni's side, but just because, like, to think someone was making, like, such a hit movie and something funny and you thought was making fun of woke Hollywood. It wasn't. It was a little bitch of a man throwing a fit because his wife was starting to like someone else, and little does he know, probably because he's a little bitch and he's too jealous. He's controlling. And I'm wondering if he has kind of rubbed off on her. You know what I mean? Maybe she's changed him. Because I've seen that happen before, you know?
And now this is just me knowing how women tick, okay? Women, when we get around other women, can be brought to a point where basically like almost like we start investing a little too much in their life. So if Taylor Swift's coming out of a breakup and she's all about like in her, you know, revenge phase, and they're
Is this true?
Joe Alwyn with article after article, Joe Alwyn, and they're saying, you know, he's taken from her, he's collecting, this is some articles that written about him, millions of dollars for having written 2 lines on a song. He gets to collect royalties. However it is, they were coming at Joe Alwyn, who seems like a perfectly nice guy, just didn't work out.
Is that true? Do women really do that with like other women?
Maybe she's hearing that, Taylor Swift is opening up to them, at least enough that they decide to mass unfollow him. And maybe it just starts getting, she just starts getting a little gassed. Like Blake Lively starts getting gassed. Ryan Reynolds starts getting gassed. It's possible that this is just the expression proximity to power can delude some to thinking that they wield it, right? Like their proximity to Taylor Swift just had them thinking like, we are her and we're just going to Easter egg hunt this thing and just humiliate this guy as if it's an album, and use sexual harassment, which is crazy. But I'm not sure. I have question marks about Taylor Swift and her influence at that time.
I don't think she's innocent. Completely honest with you, I don't think she's innocent at all. Whoops.
Influential in this moment, and Ryan and Blake got very high, and it wasn't on their supply, it's Taylor Swift's supply, and they made some critical errors here. And I am just beside myself with excitement to know that they now have an official court date. I'm sad to report that it's not until 2026 March.
No.
They will be going to court. And there's a piece of me that knows.
Bro, that's a year away.
This trial is probably not going to make it to trial, and they're going to end up settling. But don't worry, I will be like your girl on the ground until then. Until then, I will have every update for you. All right, don't go away. Have some really amazing betrayal happening, rich people problems with the Kennedys. The family, they just have a lot of family drama.
Oh, Christ. Fuck the Kennedys. Other than, RFK Jr. Fuck them. They're pieces of shit. Oh! Trump White House unveils the truth about New Jersey drones. What? Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. Oh, Lord. Let's see, where are we at? 107, so let's go... Oh, I don't know. 107, 108. 8. Let's see, drone. Okay, save that. Come over here. Save that. Oh, fuck, I'm under space engineers. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Wait, was my yesterday's under... Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, good. Just a second. New Jersey drones. Trump unveils New Jersey drones. Okay, there we go. We're about to find out the truth, or what?
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we?
Well, good for him.
Good to see all of you. It's an honor to be here with all of you. A
There
lot
we
of
go.
familiar faces in the room, a lot of new faces. And President Trump is back, and the golden age of America has most definitely begun. The Senate has already confirmed 5 of President Trump's exceptional cabinet nominees: Secretary
Awesome.
of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. It is imperative that the Senate continues to confirm the
It's just family drama.
remainder of the president's well-qualified nominees as quickly as possible. As you have seen during the past week, President Trump is hard at work fulfilling the promises that he made to the American people on the campaign trail. Since taking the oath of office, President Trump has taken more than 300 executive actions, secured nearly $1 trillion in U.S. investments,
I know.
deported illegal alien rapists, gang members, and suspected terrorists from our homeland, and restored common sense to the federal government. I want to take a moment to go through some of these extraordinary actions. On day one, President Trump declared a national emergency at our southern border to end the 4-year-long invasion of illegal aliens under the previous administration.
And she's a little pit bull,
President
too.
Trump signed
I like
an
her.
executive order to end catch and release and finish construction of his effective border wall. By using every lever of his federal power,
Nice.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message to the entire world. America will no longer tolerate illegal immigration, and this president expects that every nation on this planet will cooperate with the repatriation of their citizens.
Or you'll pay for it. Literally. That's so weird. If you were to tell me 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that running on a campaign of immigration being illegal and they would practically win because of it, I would laugh at you, because nobody disagreed with that. Everybody agreed on that. That was like the one thing everybody agreed on.
As proven by this weekend, when President Trump swiftly directed his team to issue harsh and effective sanctions and tariffs on the Colombian government, upon hearing they were denied a U.S. military aircraft full of their own citizens who were deported by this administration. Within hours, the Colombian government agreed to all of President Trump's demands, proving America is once again respected on the world stage. So, to foreign nationals who are thinking about trying to illegally enter the United States, think again. Under this president, you will be detained and you will be deported. Every day, Americans are safer because of the violent criminals that President Trump's administration is removing from our communities. On
Nice.
January 23rd, ICE New York arrested a Turkish national for entry without inspection who is a known or suspected terrorist. On January
How is that not
23rd,
shocking?
ICE San Francisco arrested a citizen of Mexico unlawfully present in the United States who has been convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a child aged 14 years or younger.
Continuous. That means he's been arrested before. Like, how the fuck can you, like, how can you be someone in California and say, I hate Trump, and then you hear about someone like that and say, you know what, good for him, he should stay. Yeah, that's right. The guy that's continuously arrested for sexual abuse should stay, you know? And then, of course, like I've always said, like the stupid argument of, so what, it goes on here, what about the people here? Well, maybe we should put those resources towards those people instead of putting resources towards illegal aliens. How about that? That would be smarter. You know, having crime rise, the answer is not, let's invite more criminals in here. That's not the answer.
ICE
Crazy.
St. Paul has arrested a citizen of Honduras who was convicted of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor. ICE Buffalo arrested a citizen of Ecuador who has been convicted of rape. ICE Boston arrested a citizen of the Dominican Republic who has a criminal conviction for second-degree murder. This criminal was convicted of murder for beating his pregnant wife to death in front of her 5-year-old son.
Am I fucking crazy here? What? What? I kind of feel like if a regular citizen did that, it would be all over the news.
And ICE St. Paul also arrested
Holy
a citizen
shit.
of Mexico who was convicted of possessing pornographic material of a minor on a work computer. These are the heinous individuals that this administration is removing from American communities every single
God.
day, and to the brave state and local law enforcement officers,
Yes.
CBP, and ICE agents who are helping in the facilitation of this deportation operation, President Trump has your back, and he is grateful for your hard work. On the economic front, President Trump took immediate action to lower costs for families who are suffering from 4 long years of the Biden administration's destructive and inflationary policies. President Trump ordered the heads of all executive departments and agencies to help deliver emergency price relief to the American people, untangle our economy from Biden's regulatory constraints, and end the reckless war on American energy. President Trump also signed sweeping executive orders to end the weaponization of government and restore common sense to the federal bureaucracy. He directed all federal agencies to terminate illegal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs to help return America to a merit-based society. President Trump also signed an executive order declaring it is now the policy of the federal government that there are only 2 sexes, male and female. Sanity has been restored.
Yeah.
Before I take your questions, I would like to point out to all of you once again have access to the most transparent and accessible president in American history.
Yeah, even if you hate him, you cannot say he is not the most accessible and truthful, and like he'll stand up on a stage, tell you what's going on, take questions, oh yeah, maybe we'll do that, or
Has never been a president who communicates with the American people and the American press corps as openly and authentically as the 45th and now 47th president of the United States.
Even if you don't like him.
President Trump has held multiple news conferences, gaggled on Air Force One multiple times, and sat down for a 2-part interview on Fox News, which aired last week. As Politico summed it up best, Trump is everywhere again. And that's because President Trump has a great story to tell about the legendary American revival that is well underway. And in keeping with this revolutionary media approach that President Trump deployed during the campaign, the Trump White House will speak to all media outlets and
What is that noise? Dude, that's driving me crazy. I know you can't hear it. What is that noise? Okay, I'm putting my headphone on.
personalities,
I'm not
not
listening
just
to it.
the legacy media who are seated in this room. Because according to recent polling from Gallup, Americans' trust in mass media has fallen to a record low. Millions of Americans, especially young people, have turned from traditional television outlets and
No. It just started. Okay, as much as I love hearing this and, I'm a big fan of it, what the fuck are these drones?
Yesterday, the White House office of
his team is here working every single day to ensure American AI dominance. As for the national security implications, I spoke with NSC this morning. They are looking into what those may be, and when I have an update, I will share it with you, Mike.
Carolyn, you say restore U.S. dominance. Is there a fear that the U.S. either is falling or the thing I would ask?
Honor the First Amendment and media voices to
No.
a blogger, a podcast, a media website. Again,
Not yet.
stark contrast to the previous administration or break that
one to mark the first
predecessors of both parties in this job to the American people.
That is my job. Correcting the lies and the wrongs of the your faith while I about his family. I expect everyone in this room
grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers, among providers services to homeless veterans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble.
Be a little bit confused. Will not includes last night because the purpose is to ensure that no more funding.
I gotta find out what these drones are.
Again,
recommending that organizations
again the past.
Why not give
just during with the swipe of his focused on being good stewards of tax dollars.
And so this doesn't affect Meals on Wheels or Head.
No, absolutely not. As it says right here in the memo, which I have, and I'd encourage all of you to read it, it says the American people elected President Trump to be the President of the United States and gave him a mandate to increase the impact of every federal dollar. This memo requires federal agencies to identify and review all federal financial assistance programs and supporting activities.
The President of Colombia is indicative of the global, powerful respect they have for President Trump moving forward.
Trump had said on the campaign trail that he would deport pro-Hamas students.
Have a leader in this building.
NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179.
On the campaign trail, I've been drug dealers, the rapists.
In many of the cases, it would seem that some of these moves could raise
budget. But I do want to address a number of actions. I can walk you through those. He also repealed
directly to individuals, but there certainly
are to be impacted answers that all
oh
of
my
you
God.
are
going to another organization and then trickling down.
If they broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal.
Their family, innocent bystander, concern that this
administration. That
okay, I'm guessing it's towards the end.
Birthright citizenship.
The fight this all the way to the Supreme Court to increase their defense.
Oh my God.
And of course, here at home was much safer because of President Trump's peace through
of the East Palestine, Ohio toxic.
It's going to be like the last question.
Administration in the water has been turned back on in California, and this comes just days after President Trump visited.
Shocker! The water's back on. What a shocker!
Pacific Palisades, and as you all saw, applied tremendous pressure on state and local officials in Pacific Palisades, including Los Angeles Mayor Karen visited the devastation from the and hearing the frustration oversee this great crisis. It will continue to put pressure on Karen Bass and state and local officials to allow
He has literally done more than what Biden has done in what, a week? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Biden did. And his entire fucking election. Yeah.
Institutions.
I'm irritated. I really want to hear about these drones. Oh, really? We had 30-mile-per-hour winds all day yesterday, all night, and we had like 4 inches of snow. It was hell this morning.
Preferably colleges and universities have those monies held back temporarily at this moment.
Again, I have not seen the entire list because this memo.
No, there was water. Yeah, water. Well, that was the usual thing, apparently, getting your guys' water if they needed it. And for some reason, they shut it off. I don't know.
It was just sent out. So I will provide.
The Homeland Security Department has said overstays of visas were 3 times more than usual.
God.
Will there,
regardless of race, religion, reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost.
What?
Of President Trump's nominees, including his nominee for the United States Department of.
What the
president's power to do it, and therefore he's doing it.
Okay, so they disagree with lawmakers.
That the president signed an executive order that did just that, and I.
Oh yeah.
One more, Caroline. President Trump issued an executive order on increased vetting for.
Influx of resumes for this administration. That's where the president stands on it. I have no updates on that.
Is there any concern that this decision might jeopardize
details for individuals who have served in the government for the rest of their lives, and there's nothing for fruition, but OMB right now is focused on Q&A.
Even if, as you said, there are lots of organizations.
Those which will ultimately put more money back to families, which...
Do it together just for Americans at home. Medicaid, that he was going to lower prices, lower the cost of violent offenders first. So it was
from what we hear on the ground, ICE agents are feeling
visas, but, whole
nation on this planet
What the fuck? I don't hear
countries,
anything.
But also, world peace.
Absolutely. I'll echo the answer that the president gave on Air Force One last night when he was asked a very similar question by one of your colleagues in the media. This signifies peace through strength is back. And this president will not tolerate illegal
5 or 6 years, I think.
programs and supporting activities.
Funding is, in other words, is this an attempt to Americans? To follow up on Nancy, do you think there will be...
Just during this pause, DOGE and OMB is being accounted for honestly. Why? Us in the Office of Management and Budget is money that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders.
Dude, she is on fucking point, by the way.
With some exceptions for individual assistance, we understand.
And she's gorgeous. Oh, man. She's got it all, man.
And
She's a little fucking pit
United
bull.
States-
She's smart. She's on point. Like,
Who has
man.
been convicted. One, President Trump declared a national emergency at our southern border to end the
I don't hear anything about drones. Nothing.
Secretary of State Marco.
Dude, that noise is driving me crazy. Dude, I don't get it. I can hear it at my window. I don't know, dude. I don't know what that is. Now, is it me? Or am I not hearing anything about drones? Nothing.
Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. It is imperative that the Senate continues to confirm the remainder of the president's well-qualified nominees as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I heard what. Okay, let's see if they change it because.
Call you out when we feel that you're.
Dude, there's nothing about drones. Nothing.
Could China's ability to make these models quicker, cheaper, affect our thinking about expanding generation data centers, chip manufacturing?
Sure. The president was asked about DeepSeek last night on Air Force One when he gaggled for, I think, the third or fourth time throughout the weekend with members of the traveling press corps. The president said that he believes that this is a wake-up call to the American AI industry. The last administration sat on their hands and allowed China to rapidly develop this AI program. And so President Trump believes in restoring American AI dominance. And that's why he took very strong executive action.
From first official White House briefing
Finally.
about the mysterious drone sightings in New Jersey. We've been wondering about this. Take a listen.
After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons.
Are you fucking kidding me? It was that easy.
Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private
Oh my
individuals
God.
that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy.
Okay, so Dagan, a little bit of information on the drone.
The FAA. The FAA couldn't have just come out and just say, it's us. Just so you know, it's us. We're just doing stuff out here. Chill out, guys. That's all you had to say. That's literally all you had to say. But let's be honest. There were some weird shit going out there. There were like, yeah, I'm not even going to get into that. Jesus Christ. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. Man. Well, I'm going to change that number. 129. I'd say that. Okay. So it was... Really? And she said other reasons? I don't know, man. Whatever. Thank you. I want to know why they couldn't tell us in the first place, too. In short, the public still doesn't know the truth. Yeah, no shit. Dude, that sounded weird. Yeah, whatever. When are these fucking... when are the JFK files being released? Released? JFK could
Joining
be
us now is
embarrassing to the CIA investigative
the
journalist.
Pulitzer Prize finalist and journalist who wrote the best-selling book Case Closed, Lee Harvey Oswald and the Assassination of JFK.
He looks like Lee Harvey Oswald trying to dress up like someone else.
If anybody knows about this assassination, it's Gerald. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, you tweeted after this announcement and this executive order, transparency at last. There are a few thousand records that have still been withheld from the public.
Oh,
They're
a
largely
few thousand.
redacted or totally redacted. Why were they being withheld?
Yeah, you know, Elizabeth, you and I have talked over the years about some of the JFK file releases, and I never knew we'd come to an actual day in which a president ordered their full release. We have about 3,500 documents, as you said, still there. The CIA and others are fighting over their release by saying, gee, it has a name of a living asset, a human asset, an intelligence agent, someone who helped us. It's got some means of gathering intelligence. Trump is saying, forget all of that.
It's been long enough, dude. It has been a long time.
Files are important enough. The American public has a right to know what their government knows about the assassination. A lot of people have been suspicious, thinking that they're hiding some truth about a big conspiracy in there. So I think this is a good move. The devil will be in the details about exactly what the president, when he says everything's coming out, means, because there are tax files in there. Tax files are supposed to be sealed forever, but he may override that and have those tax files of Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Ruby and others released as well.
I don't understand, though, the CIA saying there's the name of a living asset. That was 61 years ago.
Thank you.
I mean, that living asset would be 80 or something?
They are in their 80s because you have to think in the 1960s when this was taking place, the assets that they had in Mexico City were Oswald.
Let's just say 20 years old. Let's say 19 years old. 1963. Yeah, come on, dude.
Went only 6 weeks before the assassination, where sometimes people in the federal police or in the Mexican government who were in their 20s, who were providing information over to the CIA. So they're now in the mid 80s to late 80s. It seems as though there would be very, very few of those. And look, I've thought that the CIA has overmade its case. It was trying to protect its own bureaucratic reputation. I think these files it won't prove that they were behind.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to prove that they're behind it, but they're just a bunch of morons, and they had way too much power back then.
Behind the effort to kill the president, but I think they will be embarrassing to the agency about how much they knew that Oswald was unhinged in the weeks before the assassination. They never told the FBI. So to the extent the files show that, it will be embarrassing to the agency, and it should be, because we need to see these after all these years.
Well, and by the way...
Yeah, no shit. You guys released MK Ultra. I mean, Christ. That was one of the most embarrassing things in our history. Ah, man. Well... the hell is this? Oh. Wait, what? Not a lone gunman. Trump declassifies JFK files.
At 1:25, the motorcade moves into...
What is it, a mob job? Wait, Michael Francis. Wait, did they? Oh, I thought they already released them. What day are they gonna release them?
Do you have any more bass?
No.
No? For sure. How much on the blanket?
$5.
5? I know. All right. Will you sell the box without selling the CDs?
Is there enough room to put the other CDs in it?
There's
I will.
probably not.
$3.
$3. How much are the CDs?
CDs are $1 a piece, or
Okay.
I don't know why I like seeing people flip out in these garage sale things. There's some fucking weirdos, man. What are we looking at here?
Thank you.
What are we looking at?
A leather-bound one.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
wow!
looking to see if you had any other
Cool.
Bibles in here, but I don't think I see it.
Yeah, spring of the year. You don't want it? No, not at all.
Oh, okay. He's just zooming in. Okay. Sometimes you get some crazies, dude. Oh, those are a bunch of, star showers.
One back there, huh?
Some popcorn drinks and possibly cotton candy.
Yeah? How much?
Yeah, we figured she had to be somebody that she's gonna like flip
Some video games, but they're not great.
Yeah. Somebody in the neighborhood that nobody ever claimed her.
How much are you asking on the star showers over
What'd
there?
it happen?
She's good.
I'm gonna get it. What is it? I'm gonna steal all the good stuff real quick right out from underneath you. I'm gonna get it. What is it? Oh yeah.
Oh, was someone like looking?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Thank you. Let's see if we got a pin and all.
If you know anybody who would be interested in those.
Okay. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
I gotta say, wherever these garage sales happen, dude, there are some really fucking nice people.
Sell much today? Good. Star Wars copies.
He talks weird.
How much is the jacket? Jacket.
All the clothes on the hanger are $3. If they're in the bin, they're $1.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna steal all the good stuff real quick right out from
Okay.
underneath you.
Alright. Well, I don't. Watch the majority report. I don't see anything else going on. Oh boy, something's going on with Destiny. Please tell me something bad is happening to Destiny. Oh boy.
I went out and
There's not too many people that I actually hate. Like, if I was running past a burning building and I knew like they had Kamala signs on their lawn and they called me a Nazi every day or something stupid, and I saw their building on fire, I would go in and help. Like, I would save their life, you know? Just because we disagree on politics, it doesn't mean I hate the person. It just means we disagree on things. But Destiny, if Destiny's house was on fire and I was walking by, I would just keep whistling. That's the one person and it's only because he's a piece of shit. So, I think he
a
deserved
few
it.
nights ago and recorded the audio, but it's really scuffed in my pocket.
I think I'd want you my desk instead. Under my desk instead, I went out and sucked a guy off a few nights ago and recorded the audio, but it's really scuffed in my pocket. Did I ever send it to you? What the fuck? What? Wow, that's let's see. That's weird. Did the guy know you were doing that? I mean, I kind of feel like the guy that you're doing that to should probably know. You don't know who Destiny is? Oh boy, you are so lucky. Hold on a second. I'll show you who he is. If I show him his picture, I guarantee you know who he is. Do you remember a guy that was going around saying, like, he said good on the guy that got killed at the Trump's assassination attempt? This guy. If you didn't know, he was his wife. So he's bisexual, and she goes out and fucks other dudes, and sometimes I don't know if he watches. I think he does. No, he doesn't watch. He doesn't mind that she goes out and fucks other dudes, and he does the same thing, I guess. But now that they're split up, so for a very long time he got a lot of shit for that, and he said, wow, you guys are jealous just because I can live like this, and blah blah blah, and then we find out that things weren't all good, like he kept telling people, and I think she started falling in love with some other dude, I believe. But anyways, to get back at her, he was sending naked pictures and videos of her to people, and while leaking those photos and videos, he was talking to her, consoling her and being like, everything's going to be okay. We're going to figure out who it is. And then when she found out, yeah, it's so manipulative and wow, he's a piece of shit. Also, the guy that got killed at the Trump assassination attempt, that fireman that got killed, he was pretty much okay with it, just because he was a conservative. So that's what kind of person Destiny is.
Pocket. Did I ever send it to you? Question mark? Huh. Now that sure sounds like something that's pretty standard procedure. Scuffed in your pocket. Hey, were any of the current accusers men? Because if not, I think we found another victim. That sounds like you secretly recorded it. And did I even send that to you? He's like, God, I've sent it to so many people. I honestly can't remember whether you were one of them. Under the statute, it is illegal to secretly observe or record.
Oh, that ain't good.
Record an individual in a private setting where they have reasonable expectation of privacy, such as a bedroom, bathroom, without their consent. In Florida, secretly recording without consent is a felony that can result.
Oh, he could be doing some prison time.
In serious.
Maybe it'll be in Candyland.
Criminal penalties. Oh, another applicable law in Florida. Distributing obscene materials, including sex tapes, without permission is a misdemeanor or felony, depending on the circumstances. First offense, distribution of obscene materials, is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in prison and a fine.
Okay, we get it.
Dudes, okay? Did I send that to you? Which means he sent it to everybody. He doesn't even remember if he sent it to this girl who he's got years of leaked DMs with that we're going to go through shortly. Now, whether you can forgive behavior like...
No, we're going through it right now.
Like the idea of some young person who's been trained up to be the ultimate little pleasure servant. A young person. I wonder what he meant by that. Like, what kind of young person needs to be dropped for this particular leaked message on it, right? That as the backdrop for this particular leaked...
Here, you can get an idea of what kind of person he is.
Message, which says... I like the idea of some young person who's been trained up to be the ultimate little pleasure servant.
Oh, it says fuck, and yeah. Either the young guy or the older guy. Just depends on if I'm in a sub or doom fantasy mood. Dominant fantasy mood that day. And yeah, fuck, I like the idea of having some young person who's been trained up to be some ultimate little pleasure. Oh, what the fuck, man? What? Oh.
A young person. I wonder what he meant by that. Like, what kind of young person needs to be trained up to be the ultimate little pleasure servant? Kid, probably, right? I mean, probably not specifically saying kids right there. What about here?
You were hot at 10. Any pics? The Omni Liberal. Check DMs. Really? That fucking easy? Jesus, I've never wanted to bend someone over the hood of their little tykes so bad. Bro, she looks like she's 14. I think this is... Oh, that's on Twitter.
Oh, you were hot at 10? Question mark. Any pics?
Oh, you were hot at 10. Oh, that makes sense.
DMs. 10. He said the word 10. 10 years old. Okay? I have a 12-year-old. She's a child. I have a 9-year-old. That's close.
Yeah, trust me. I don't hate Destiny because of his political views, because of the kind of person he is. Or at least what we know of. Yeah, the streamer guy. Yeah.
To 10. This is not like, okay, we're talking about a baby, okay? Like a 9-year-old's a baby. A 10-year-old's a baby.
And by the way, if you're a chick and you send pictures that easy, I don't care if it's a celebrity or not, or like your favorite streamer. What is wrong with you? Have some respect for yourself. You were hot at 10? Any pics? Wait a second. Did she send pictures of herself at 10? I mean, look at it. You were hot at 10? Any pics? Check DMs. Jesus, I've never... I hope that was a... Oh,
His
man.
response was, Jesus, I've never wanted to bend someone over the hood of their little tykes so bad. You want to know how many hot 10-year-olds there are? You know, if you're not wired to be a sick, demented kitty banger, none.
Yeah, I agree.
None is the
None.
answer. Zero.
Yeah.
Not one. There are no
Disgusting.
hot 10-year-olds. None. Apparently, he was unaware of that, though, right? He was unaware of that. But as soon as you hear that story, makes you want to go and revisit some other things that he's on video saying. Jokes, guys. Jokey, funny stories.
Yeah, kind of like DJ, what's his name? I forget his name. Kind of like the same thing. It's always a joke. And just like when he got caught last time, that DJ guy, he instantly went to the joke. You know what I mean? They always use that as an scapegoat, a joke. Oh, it's just a joke. I'm like, come on, man. We're not
Maybe
dumb.
not really jokes at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of those.
Damn children.
Well, you know, they're hotter.
Damn children.
Well, you know, they're hotter.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get f***ing arrested.
Well, you know, they're hot.
Go ahead and take a look at a couple of those.
Damn children.
Well, you know, they're hotter.
Damn children.
Well, you know, they're hotter.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get f***ing arrested. Or Child Protective Services. I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad, okay? Fucking me, if you remember that f***ing Cheeks bitch, and f***ing a couple other people that have never been on my stream before, we're part of the Bro Squad, and what we would do is we would go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people. And we went around from f***ing channel to channel, like f***ing around. Like, it was just horrible shit. We went to this channel.
Academics.
This kid was like 8 years old, and he was f***ing broing out with everybody in this chat.
You see everybody grabbing their coffee and like, okay. Yeah, they're like, oh shit. Watch, as soon as he says 8, watch the 2 on the bottom.
And he was and broing out with everybody.
Oh, hold on.
And this kid was like 8 years old, and he was and broing out with everybody in this chat. I can't even believe it.
Me?
Oh
Really? Well, actually, I can.
It was like I didn't even know. Like,
You didn't know? 8 years old? You didn't know?
we were on Skype. We were like, holy shit! Like we had to do like a double take because we didn't even know like what the was on. Like we were looking at like an 8-year-old like on the screen. And this
Like, look at him. Like, look at him. He's laughing. He thinks it's hilarious. What kind of dude thinks that's funny? What kind of person do you have to be to think that's funny? Like, I look at him and I think of like, you know, like you hear the worst of the worst on body cameras or like some kind of like some kind of body cam YouTube channel or something. And you see like the sick, demented piece of crap that you would read in newspapers. That's who I'm thinking of right there. It's gross.
brother and his brother, we called him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room, and this guy was like 14 years old. He had his shirt off, and he was like this, like watching this stream the entire time and shit. Oh my god!
Ha, funny joke. Kids are hotter. Kids are hotter, and in open air, had an 8-year-old with a big group of people. Apparently, the bro squad had an 8-year-old. Okay, with his 14-year-old brother with his shirt off.
Yeah, I want to talk to this guy. I kind of feel like we would get along.
Is that funny to you guys? You guys think that's funny? Because again, I told you I have a 9-year-old, dude. I have a 7,
I don't have
9,
kids,
and
so.
12-year-old.
I don't have kids, unfortunately. I wish I had at least one kid. I'm starting to like really regret not having kids. Never in a million years thought I would say that. Ever thought I would say that. Like, especially around Christmas, I see the little kids and they're all dressed up in their big old puffy outfits and talking about Santa, and I'm like, oh, man, I should have had a kid. Damn.
Like, I'm telling you, right? Like, I dare someone to get my kid on a video chat and have them get naked. Do that. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't.
I can
do that.
I can imagine like the
no long-term
the
plans.
amount of
Here's who he
anger.
really is, man.
Oh,
Now let's take a look at some of his leaked DMs with this other girl, just so you can understand
Like,
what kind of degenerate.
I don't even have kids, and I can just imagine hearing about that. How fucking angry I would get. I can't imagine being the father or the mother.
That we're talking about, okay? Like this is and we're gonna get into now
True.
where he admits to this being a totally habitual thing where he would
I don't
record
think it'll
people against
happen,
their
though.
will without them knowing and then distribute it without anyone knowing. Like if you think this happened 3 times, this has probably happened 3,000 times with this guy. So I'm gonna go through these chat logs as best I can.
Hopefully
and,
I will. Who knows?
I mean, it's hard to even get through. It's disgusting. I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. It's gross. So we're gonna have to make up some code words for this section where we're gonna
Okay.
be going.
Yeah, fuck, have you ever worn a plug before, butt plugs? If so, yes. I wear at least a couple times a week while I'm out. What the fuck? Also, why didn't you invite me to your Minecraft server? I've been using one the past 2 days, and oh my god, it's intense. And you can join if you want. I thought you were not into butt stuffs. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm not normally, I guess, but I wanted to try. Do you like it? Yeah, it's so intense, damn. Can we get matching ones? Okay, deal. Did anything specific made you try? Okay, if the person is of age, as gross as I find it, I mean, I find it gross, but that's his life. If she's of age, I mean, why are we even reading this?
Through some of these leaked DMs, because if I read these, we're going to get not.
This, I believe, is in Discord. This conversation. I don't know if that's a kid. I hope not. I'm hoping that's some fan or something.
Not only demonetized, we're going to get 18 plus. So let's say that you're a man and someone takes your unit and kind of goes like this for a long time, and then you, I might say you are coming to see me. We're going to call that gymming. All right?
Great.
So it's gym
Yeah.
and gymming for that. And I guess we're just going to, just go from there, and we'll figure it out as we go. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and obviously the, swear word that rhymes with puck, we're just going to say F. All right? So these are some leaked ones that are going to give, and then distributing them, which is an additional felony in Florida, okay? So this is him talking to Rose, whoever this person is, who was apparently cheating on her boyfriend at the time of this.
Why? He's just a streamer. What is with people looking at streamers like they're, something other than a streamer? Just because they're like a popular streamer, it doesn't mean... I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I can barely wrap my head around celebrities, let alone popular streamers. What, a couple thousand people enjoy watching someone on a stream? Yip-de-fucking-do. It doesn't mean you should cheat on your boyfriend just because you're talking to him. What is wrong with you?
Well,
see, I don't know if this is a kid, because he just said he didn't know who it was.
Get to later. F, have you ever worn a plug before?
Okay.
By the way,
he's gonna get to it, I guess.
July of 22. Oh, a B plug? If so, yes, I wear one at least a couple times a week while I'm out. Also, why didn't you invite me to your Minecraft server? And those two things, she's all, yeah, sometimes when I go out, I shove things up my, and also, I wanted to play Minecraft. Destiny says, I've been using one the past 2 days, and oh my god, it's intense. You can join if you want. She says, I thought you weren't into bee stuff, so I'm surprised. He said, yeah, I'm not normally. I guess I wanted to try. She says, do you like it? He says, yeah, it's so intense. Damn. She said, we can get matching ones, CX. I don't know what CX means. He says, oof, okay, deal. Did anything specific happen that made you want to try the plug? He said, just wanted to, just at home, thinking about S-ing on a guy and decided to try it. You guys may recall, I'm sure I've mentioned it earlier in the video, that a video dropped of Destiny, like, oh, I wonder what this popsicle stick tastes like. Word was that it was Nick Fuentes. I don't know. But anyway, bottom line, he likes to do that. And so he was thinking about doing that and he wanted to try. He says, yeah, I don't know if it's the same for women, but when you start to get close and your body starts contracting, it's so effing intense with the plug-in. I'm only worried about somehow it swallowing the plug. Good God. She says, have you only, with it in?
Bro.
Yeah, like 4 times now. You should try having S with it, she says. He says, might try that next. Melania is out of town next week. She says, have you ever tried your, oh my God. Oh my God, I forgot
Thank
about this.
you.
Have you ever...
I gotta hang out with this guy.
Ever had your bee eaten? Yes, but is what we're talking about. Eaten.
Yeah, got it.
He says, just once by a dude. She says, did you like it? He says, it was good, only because he was super, super into it. I didn't really want to, but he begged me for like 10 minutes until I let him. That's nice of you. She says,
That's nice. That's nice. Oh shit, that fucking killed me.
I feel like
I gotta hear that again.
it's until I let him. That's nice of you.
I don't know why I just find that so goddamn. That's nice of you. Oh shit. Oh man. I mean, like I said, as gross as I find it and everything, at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, if she's of age and everything, then.
She says, I feel like you're on a gay preference lately. Dude, I'm sorry. Listen, for the record, I could read this like any way that I want. I could just read through this.
Yeah.
The only reason that I'm hesitating is because I'm like, wow, I'm going to get demonetized. Oh, I'm going to get 18 plus. Oh, I'm going to get demonetized. I'm going to get 18 plus. That's where my hesitation from. Believe me, I can just read this the way that it is. He says, oh my God. He says, I just super love sucking D. When I haven't for a while, I get needy. Ha ha ha. She says, cute. He says, oh, remember? Gym fetish. Remember? You know, we call that gymming.
What?
Gym fetish, too. Have you recorded any BJ Gym videos recently? So, again, I just, you know, to be clear.
Okay, what? Oh. Oh. Cute. Cute.
Clear, this is standard procedure that they were recording it and then sharing it against the, you know, without anybody knowing. So, moving along, she says, do you ever get...
Oh my God, they were sharing it without even knowing?
Scared about people finding out about your kinks? He says, if someone found out, if someone leaked my foot gym kink, it would be annoying. Yeah. Everybody remembers what gym is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
She said, I was very surprised when I found out. I never imagined you'd be into that stuff. He said, yeah, F. I have a small fantasy of some guy finding out and then blackmailing me to suck him every day or else he'd leak it.
Well, he says he's bi, but if you ask me, him letting his wife fuck other dudes while he's fucking other dudes, I would say he's gay. But what do I know?
So
he says he's bi, but
yeah. I mean, listen, dude.
It sounds like he likes
totally
guys
straight
more.
with you guys. That's actually a pretty standard
You told me that before.
Fantasy for girls. You know, I have like nothing against, you know, like dudes are into whatever, but I can tell you girls, at least girls I know, that's a pretty standard operating procedure fantasy, you know, getting blackmailed into doing something they don't want to do. But I've never heard a dude talk about it before. But again, I don't have very much experience with degenerate bi dude.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my God, the next stuff. What in the hell?
I can't read this one, but it says, I want to eat loads. I want to eat a load off your soles too, like off the foot. So eat a load off the foot and then more gym and then get out of bed. So yeah, then we get to this one. He says, oh my God, dude. I forgot about this too. Eating my own is fun because I know
I forgot about it. It's like the worst of the worst. He goes, forgot about this. This guy's killing me, dude.
One. He says, oh my God, dude. I forgot about this too. Eating my own is fun because I know as soon as I start gymming, it's all going back into my mouth. And that sounds amazing. Does he gym a lot? She says, yeah, he does. He has a big D too, if that's a turn on for you. He says, yeah, F. It would be so hot spending an hour S-ing on him.
Okay.
Again, dude,
how
kinks
old
are kinks,
is she?
Right? I don't care about any of
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah,
know?
that's what I'm saying.
I really don't care about any of that, to be honest.
As course, is I find, you know, it's still a kink. Who cares? Is she young?
Or the other stuff. Okay. Yeah. F just finished showering. Had to get the gym off of me. F. I have the biggest fantasy of just having like a young dude, having like a young dude that gyms a lot, or gyms a ton, that I could just S off every night. Arg.
Whoa.
Okay. How young we talking, bud? Now, skipping ahead, this is in April of 2022 or something. He said, yeah, if we knew each other earlier, maybe you could have come down to this Texas debate thing for a night or two. And she's like, that would have been fun. Could be there right now draining you over and over while you do stuff on your phone. Okay. Ugh, F. Have you ever done snowballing before? I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I have some ideas. He said, let me gym in your mouth, then crawl up and give me a big sloppy kiss with your mouth, still full of my gym so I can swallow it too. Nice. And she says, oh, I haven't done that yet. Would be fun, though. Something cream pie, something, oh, my God. Yeah, she's something about, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sucking gym out of her. Now, listen, I'm not going to pretend that I've never heard of these things before, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I mean, listen. There's nothing that you're going to come up with that I've never heard of, okay? But, I don't know, man. Hearing her say it's a lot. So, he says
Oh, my God, this guy's killing me. Fucking A. Hearing her say it, it's a lot. Yeah, I'm right with you there, brother. Right with you there.
Okay, but I don't know, man. Hearing her
Wait.
Her say it's hearing there's nothing that you're going to come up with that I've never heard of, okay? But I don't know, man. Hearing her say it's a lot. So he says here we go. Finally found a dude last night. F. I S'd him off in the back seat. Was super, super hot and fun. She says, nice. Did you?
Who says that? Did you get a nice? I don't want to hear that.
Get a nice big loon? He says yes. And he said he has a hard time gymming in cars, so I had to build him up for an hour. And she says, will you meet him again? He says, I might. God. He has his hands all over me and it was driving me crazy, and he S'd me off at the end too. Okay, really? God, man. Okay. All right. So she says,
Dude is barely making it through this. I have to pause it too. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
You just asked him, or he said, yeah, still just had. How was his gym? Good, like always. But he didn't let me edge him. As soon as he got close, he wanted to gym. I love S-ing for 45 minutes afterwards. They're so sensitive. Oh my God, man. I've never heard a dude talk like this before, man. I'm just gonna be totally straight.
I haven't either. I have not either.
He just watched me jay off. I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to get this through. So here's one example of a headshot related to him recording people and them not knowing. Okay, so he says this is again still April 23. I've heard of it. Yeah, probably just depends on the person, but that doesn't sound totally abnormal.
I'm not gonna lie. I really, really needed this too. Oh man, I really needed this so fucking bad. You have no idea.
He says, how's your S life at the moment? He says, pretty okay. Mel is out tonight and her sister is doing stuff, so I went downstairs and S'd off a guy from Grindr. I recorded the audio.
Fuck?
It's not that great, but still fun. Now you're like, okay, well, that doesn't prove anything. You're like, that's true. Let's continue the conversation, though. She said, thank you. Have you been doing more stuff with guys lately still? I know when we talked a bit ago, you were going through a Grindr thing. He said, not a ton, just giving head to a few more. One guy finally let me do videos, but I didn't get him
So my brother is gay. And I remember there's a lot of times we have a conversation about women, since I love women and he loves guys. We have that conversation a lot, like the differences of men and women. And one of the things he told me, he said, because a lot of his friends are women, and he said, I don't know how men deal with women. And he said how difficult they are just by being friends with them, and the mind games they play. And he said he told me with guys, I could literally go on Tinder, find a guy, do something with them, and then never talk to each other again. And there's no, why haven't you called me, or just do it and do the damn thing and then just leave, like most guys want with women. That actually happens with gay men. That actually happens. But yeah, so that apparently that is a thing. Yeah. Anyway.
Didn't get him filling my mouth at the end. She said, do you think you'd ever want to do a GBB threesome where and the girl play? Do you think you'd ever want to do a GBB threesome where a few more? One guy finally let me do videos, but I didn't get him didn't get him filling my mouth at the end. She said, do you think you'd ever want to do a GBB threesome where you and the girl play with the guy? And he says, maybe, yeah. I've got or I went out and sucked a guy a few nights ago and recorded the audio, but it's really scuffed in my pocket. Did I ever send it to you? Question mark? Huh.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Sounds like something that's pretty standard procedure. Scuffed in your
Illegal.
pocket.
Illegal.
So that sounds like you secretly recorded it. And did I even send that to you? He's like, God, I've sent it to so many people. I honestly can't remember whether you were one of them. Is there any other way to interpret that? Now, this one is called a headshot, okay? So, this is in July of 2023. He's been having this conversation with the same girl for years, all the dirty talk for years, and so he's feeling real comfortable. He's real comfortable. He can tell her anything, and it's going to be fine. So now, he's going dark and he's going deep. And he says he fantasizes about the idea of having some young person who's been trained up to be the ultimate little pleasure servant. Now, I wonder what he meant by a young person and a trained up pleasure servant. I wonder if you went into his hard drive looking for the deepest, darkest fantasies he has, if you might find some CP. Hey, where'd he come up with that fantasy? You know, just spun it up in his own mind? You think maybe he got it from somewhere else? Or if it is from his own mind, you think maybe he sought out some material to, feed that need? So your boy, fantasizing about some young person trained up to be the ultimate pleasure servant.
Oh my God.
Well, they're hotter.
So that's probably enough for today. If you made it this far, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you know next time I upload. And if you're in the MMA space and you made a couple videos about me, one when there was an hour and a half, the other one was another.
I like this guy. Fucking Jesus Christ, he was killing me, man. Oh, man, I haven't laughed like that in a while. Holy shit. That was, some weird shit. I already bought them all. Seriously? Greedy resellers always buy it all at garage sale. Oh, Law and Crime is gonna take that. You back?
The kid's really mad.
I bought it 10 minutes before you got here.
I know, he's mad. He's mad.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Why? Alright, so someone gets mad because... Okay, here we go.
Well, you keep losing your marbles, so...
Yeah, basically, you hate resellers. Yeah, I do too. I think it's fucked up. Like, if they got all the stuff... if they got all the stuff after the garage sale is done, like the leftover stuff, I would understand that. But going to garage sales where regular people should be going to get good deals, Instead, you go there to buy stuff and then sell it even more. It's just so fucked up to me. Yeah. I don't like it either. The only reason why I watch these is the confrontations. That's literally the only thing. Other than that, I don't like these people. I don't like resellers. I think it's garbage.
Okay, I think this saw it.
Like I said, if like they grabbed the stuff after people had gone, that's different.
What? How much did you have on this little baby blanket?
That's vintage too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh golly, you gonna ask me? $350.
But at the same time, if they're buying the stuff for, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to go with I don't like them very much.
I was gonna say $3. So.
Well, I'm at $150.
Yeah, and they're always probably taking the good stuff too, right? To sell it for even more money. Just so stupid. Yeah, it's bullshit.
That way I can give you $5 even. We don't have to play with change.
That's good.
Just makes it easier if you don't have to like have quarters and stuff, you know?
All right, so hang on just a second.
Okay.
And what am I?
So I'm at 5.
Five out of that.
Yep.
These dishes look like my mother-in-law dishes.
Over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Perfect.
There you go.
Is there more in the neighborhood or just you guys? I know there's that other like community.
Oh, it's on this one down here.
Yes, you're right. I saw it.
Yes.
Okay. You ready? Free stuff.
Yeah, that's your.
Yeah, hardware. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The hardware.
I didn't know they're
to do
that
doors
bad.
and stuff. Ooh, swords. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
I actually didn't know they're that bad. I would buy all those. Thank God I am not at that garage sale. $20? Really? Damn. I'd buy them.
Wow. Heavy metal, like from the.
Yeah, it's from the movie.
The movie or the comic, yeah. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, that one comes with the stand.
Where'd you get that?
I ordered on this magazine called Bud K magazine.
Yeah. Wow. Is this one?
Wait, what
Where'd
did
you get?
Yeah, that one comes with the stand.
Where does he order?
Where'd you get that?
I ordered on this magazine called Bud K magazine.
Yeah.
Bud K magazine? Let me look real quick. Bud K. Oh shit. Okay. Swords for sale. Oh shit. I know they're like cheap and... Oh, maybe not. Some of them. Look, $200? See, I've always been wanting to figure out, like... I've always wanted to get my own house so I could start doing stuff. Just random stuff, millwork. Learn how to do something like this. Buy all the stuff to do stuff. I don't know, it'd be fun. Ah. Do you know I have I have a samurai sword. It was really cheap, but I've always wanted one, so I just bought it.
Wow. Is this one from like Alien? That looks like the alien from Alien.
I don't remember. I just saw it and I ordered.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then this one too has oh man, look at that. Serial number.
I'd totally buy that. I'd buy that one.
Oh, you have a
just
lot
to
of
hang
cool
it up.
ones. And then even more here.
$100? You bought it for $20 and sold it for $100?
How much for
No.
all the swords?
All it together.
Yeah.
I got them all individually for 20. All it together for $100 with the stand.
With the sand?
Yep.
I'll do it. Those are awesome. I'm not gonna find those at another yard sale.
You did it both. You
Yep.
did yourself a fan and me.
Yeah. 10, 20.
Yeah, I know.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Mom, you're not allowed to load them. I will load them.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. That's some bullshit, man. The fact that he did that. I don't know. See? It's super cheap. This was super cheap. I will admit. I almost got a, I don't like the samurai swords, to be honest with you. I actually like the medieval ones. I should have got, that's what she said. I should have got the medieval one, because I don't really like this one, just because I don't like samurai swords. Is it sharp? Actually, I don't know. Let's find out. Probably not. Come on. Oh. Alexa. Alexa. I guarantee you it's not. Yeah. I guess not. Yeah, that's dull. I mean, I guess I could, if I wanted to, I could cut up some fruit with it. If I wanted to, it would cut, but it's not like super sharp. And you know, it's funny you asked that, because I was actually hoping it wasn't too sharp, just because it's just something to hang up, you know what I mean? Or just put on my, you know. Eh, whatever. So yeah, my next one is gonna be a medieval one, because I don't like these. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I was gonna chop something up.
Are they real?
Yes, be careful, they're sharp. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm gonna leave them there and look at the rest of your sale first. Sure. But
I will say, I kind of feel like he should have sold some of those, at least one of those swords to that kid.
So keep in mind,
okay,
this comes loose, and there's a reason.
Okay.
Because it's
it's like a little
thing.
separate.
You really better watch
Yeah.
those, babe.
You just gotta clean them up.
Yeah, they're awesome, man.
What I would do is I would always clean them up and then
gotta
get
oil
a
them,
little rag with
Yeah.
oil and rub the oil over the metal.
That's a good idea.
How the hell did he? Why did he sell all those for $100? Like, he could have sold those for like $50 a piece, and people would have still bought it.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you, man. That's awesome. All right, let's see what else he's got, Mom. We already spent a lot of my money, though.
All the swords are gone, Herb. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
They're coming home with me.
No, that was his prize collection, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of money there.
This thing still work?
Yes, sir.
Like, you saw the money for those swords that I was looking at. Those are a lot of money. I'm surprised he sold them for so cheap.
My wife thought of me before she passed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you. In order to be able to watch TV at night without bothering her.
Yeah, no, I get it. 4. Oh my gosh, that's cool too.
Oh, that's sad.
Awesome.
His wife passed.
On that. Hard.
You know, when I was younger, when I'd hear something like that come from someone older, I guess it sounds cold-hearted, but I would just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that," but not really think about it. But the older you get, the more you really start thinking about stuff like that. Or you feel sorry for someone.
Donruss 90. 90s. No one wants 90s. At least that's okay.
From Connecticut.
It didn't even exist, really?
No, they
Oh,
had
wow, look at these.
Garfield. It was Garfield when they started it. And they said someday it would be.
Oh, those are cool.
Same thing with the villages. It was just a big orange grove.
Really?
That's all it was.
I've been over to the villages. It's a pretty nice community.
A couple of guys came down from New York and decided to build a subdivision.
That's a huge subdivision. It's like its own town.
It is.
It is. Is it officially a town now?
I don't know if it is, but
Yeah.
it's big enough. It really is something how it's grown.
I've never heard of this. Thomas Piccone.
Oh, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
You know, he's happy-go-lucky because he knows he's going to make at least $1,000 off those swords.
Yeah. Look
At
this.
least.
Thomas Piccone Christmas ornaments.
Scumbag.
Are they like? I don't think they're really worth that much.
Yeah, it has different settings, I think.
Kind of for a piece, you know.
Well, I like them.
They really are.
35 per
They
box.
just move back and forth.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Yeah, God bless you.
Yeah. Might need a robot vacuum.
Dude, I'd buy that. Those are awesome. $35? Really?
Problem with this.
Jesus.
How are you gonna get these?
He should have put those in his car just to, so someone could, like, someone comes by and sees those sitting there, they're obviously gonna want them. You might as well put them in the back of your car.
It's
Christ.
gonna be a challenge. Okay, I think I'm gonna pass on this. I think I've decided to pass on that.
What was that?
Okay, I think I'm gonna pass on this.
$10. Oh, it's... Oh, no one's canceling headphones. Oh, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal, I think.
I'm gonna send a picture to Uncle David. He really likes that.
Alright, Mom, so I'm gonna load these up. All the swords. I like how it's got a little protector right on the tip when the whole thing is sharp. That's such an obscure find, but again, like I said, where else are you gonna find these swords? He ordered them from a catalog. They're themed to shows, things like that. I hope I didn't pay too much, but we'll see.
Really?
Sorry. I was like, there were more there.
Oh, he came back for him?
Not really. Not healthy for children and kids. Yeah.
Why is that funny?
Yeah, grab the tombstone. It's heavier than you think.
I thought it was a plastic one when I looked at it.
Yeah.
That dude laughing?
No, I wasn't gonna get it, but then I felt how heavy it was. I was like, oh, that's cool.
The kid's really mad.
I bought it 10 minutes before he got here.
I know, he's mad. He's mad.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn.
They were never made.
I get so caught up on these.
So that's why it shows up like that. Overall, I think it's in beautiful
Where is
condition.
it? Oh, where? Where's that dude? Is it him? No, it's not him. Oh, it's this. There's one time, this guy came in, sold a guitar to him, a really expensive one, and then 2 weeks later he came back and stole it. They caught him, of course, but what a moron.
Man, I'm excited to see this. So, how far are you away from?
I live in Custer Park, past Wilmington. My mom lives in Lockport.
Okay.
So,
so hour and a half.
hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
But doing, my buddy? You want to do some comparisons to their autographs? Feel free.
Oh yeah.
First I want to hear the story. So obviously you are a guy who's into this stuff big time.
Yeah, big time.
I can see you got Chucky right there on you, and you know Friday the 13th. So
Yeah.
you big Friday the 13th.
Love horror. Go to all the horror conventions.
And a lot of times people ask me, because we are here in Crystal Lake, they think that Crystal Lake is this, but that's the different lake.
That's right.
It's not here. So you acquired this mask and then you painted it like this?
2011 I bought the mask. It's a fiberglass mask.
Okay.
It's not a cheap piece of plastic.
20.
Yeah, and then I started getting, from 2014 up to about last year, I started acquiring all the autographs personally. I did the same thing with the Michael Myers mask.
Okay. So basically the way you acquire them, you would go every year or a few times a year, depends how many shows. You go to the show. If there's one of these guys out there in the show.
Correct, yeah.
Here you go, sign my mask,
well,
right?
no, I purchased an autograph and a picture combo. So you'll pay like between, say, 30 and 60, 70 bucks for these autographs with the picture.
Okay.
So, and then that's what I did.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously all the photos that you send me through the email, all these guys I see, and you know, I physically see this mask in their hand, they're signing it, you got to prove. But we officially don't have like COAs for every one of them. But, you know, I think it's good enough for me, you know, proof of these, because you're standing right there with person. So who do we have here? Talk to me about it a little bit.
You got Ari Lehman. He played Jason part 1. He's the one who came up out of the water and grabbed the girl.
All right. I think I'm gonna take off. I'd stay, but I've had a long day and I'm tired. I spent a lot of time shoveling this morning at work. So okay, well, you have a good rest of your day. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on a lot longer. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Oh yeah. Long day, yeah. Since I got tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And I plan on relaxing, streaming. So. Alright. I'll try to figure out what I can... some drama for tomorrow. That'll be fun. Okay. You too. Good night. I don't know why I just